Welcome back to the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast on YouTube.
Wait.
Is Raw.
You're on the wrong side.
Oh, Manny, come on. that was the best take. That's like a movie actor.
It's all downhill from there now.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, that was my best take. He's like crying for you and everything. It's like, shit. There's a microphone in the shot.
Right. Start again. Welcome back to Raw is Retro on the Sharpshooters Wrestling Network on YouTube. We are here to review the night after WrestleMania 14. There's a lot of stuff kicking off in this show. I'm here, as always. I'm your host, Ross. With me, as ever, is Manny.
Thirst Trapper Jones in the his hair.
In his ass.
And for this historic night, we're joined again by Marcus, the Grand
Hey,
Welcome back,
everybody. I'm happy to be back. I'm always excited to do these retro shows because it always puts me back in the childhood place where I didn't know I needed to be back into. Like, it's like going down a time machine and you get those same emotions of, oh my God, I hate that title or something like that. And you get that same anger. I was like, that's still in me. I should release that sometime.
There's going to be kids in 2040 talking about Retro Raw and talking about Ricochet with his awful IC title and stuff like that.
No,
I hope
or
so,
the
anyway.
Shinsuke and Boogs Thunder commercials. I can't wait for that.
We can be very old men, angry in the comments on YouTube at those kids. But anyway, let's get on with this. This is an epic night of Raw. This starts the Austin McMahon era permanently. We get the proper DX, the DX that I remember. I don't really associate Sean with the DX. This is DX. Triple H is DX with the Outlaws and 6/Xbox/123 Kid. We kick off the show with Vince. Vince comes out. He's got a new title belt to present to the new WWF champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He defeated Shawn Michaels last night in WrestleMania.
I hate this title. I hate this title. And
I
was really upset. I remember when he was walking down with it, and I was like, what is this bullshit? And where's my favorite title of the wing, the Eagle? The Eagle. Yeah. That's my favorite title, and it was gone. And that no announcement. They do these title reveals so much better now. At least they uncover something, and you go. Yeah. It's just Vince walking around like this is the new title. Deal with it. No, I need time to say goodbye. I need to say goodbye to the Eagle, and I never got to do it. And I think that's where this anger comes from, and I need to seek therapy about this shit.
That's the belt of my childhood. They did some images on the WWE.com a few years back where they had like the current superstars with the old belts. There's one of Kevin Owens holding the winged eagle.
Yeah, that one stood out. I want that back.
So good, doesn't it?
That title looks so good.
Yeah,
I would bring it back.
Perfect.
And if Cody, I don't know when this airs, when Cody comes back, bring back the righteous Intercontinental title. I hate the one I hate the one the Rock carries, this purple one. I hate this era of the Intercontinental title.
Yeah,
I hate it. And also the video package before this, they've gotten so much better. They gotten so much better. Like it was just like this epic opera music, and they're just showing things. No one's talking over it.
Thing is, I love that epic opera music. That epic opera music is the best.
It's effective, but yeah, the voiceovers are probably better. Cole's definitely better with the voiceovers.
I need Flow Rider telling me he's ready to go or something.
And the Weeknd.
The Weeknd's the new Flow Rider, but much better artist.
So the Austin swaps belts. He just throws the other one on the ground, picks up the new one, then goes to four corners, looking like a proper vintage Austin. Stuns Vince, tells him he's going to do things his way, not Vince's way, and here we go. That era is now underway. Austin.
So like when they talk about the first stunner, Austin gives McMahon, this is the one that clicks to me. This is the one.
No, this is
it's
the
not
one.
I know it's not the first one, but this is the one that I remember the most. Yeah, that I go like, I remember this one more than the other one.
No, I remember the really bad one where he stuns him and then he falls on him.
Like a fish. Collapses to the ground.
And he has a seizure, right? Doesn't he have a seizure?
That was the one that appeared on Microsoft Teams on 316 day when they had like the specific ones in the office, and then no one got it. Like for me, no one got it. Like, oh, it's 316 day. But then someone on my someone in the group chat was like, "I'll just let him have it." That's the rudest thing you've ever said to me.
Also, I want to point out this segment, the crowd was extremely hot. That Vince wasn't even prepared for how hot this crowd was going to be, because he was like, "This microphone ain't working. I can't hear myself." I was really upset. Give me a mic, and the guy's like, "Nah, it's working. It's good." and then they like amplify his microphone in the middle of this, which I don't think they've ever did again. When it's like you hear a large echo of him talking because that crowd was hot.
You think Bischoff and the boys WWE were watching this, thinking, "Oh shit, we're fucked now. We're done."
They were still winning at this point, though, weren't they?
They were, yeah.
And then it gradually started to change.
Yeah, but you can feel that like this was momentum. It was like watching a sporting event, and you see how the crowd is up elevating. The other team's like, "Fuck, man, we just got to get a stop. We got to shut this crowd up."
Yeah,
and you can't do it because Austin was ridiculous over.
Yeah, he just rocket to the moon at this point. Anyway, let's keep that fire going with LOD 2000 versus Los Boricuas. 35 seconds. This match is over.
Best LOD match I've seen since watching these old Raws because it was so short. And I was like, "Oh, Legion 2000. This is them come. I guess this is debut. A Legion?
No, so they debuted at WrestleMania
Last
14.
Night. Yeah.
If you watch the watch along.
With Sunny in her fire outfit.
Animal now in shorts.
Yeah.
And has amazing legs.
I'm never a fan of Animal switching to the shorts.
Manny, were you like Animal should have always wore shorts? Because I wanted the pants back. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh."
No, so what happened was he was wearing those. I was like, "Oh wait, Animal's showing his legs." And then, do you know what immediately came out of the back of my head? SmackDown, arseless chaps.
The man likes his breeze. He likes his breeze.
Why does my brain work like this?
I don't know. Goddamn Animal.
PTSD with Animal.
We were a child, man.
Yeah.
We were a child.
Scarred for life. We cut backstage. Kevin Kelly's there. He sees Vince, and Vince wants Austin arrested for the first time, maybe. First of many times.
Yeah. I don't know when the first time Austin got arrested, but I feel like it wasn't the last.
I feel like his police record is insane in WWE.
Look like that.
Like his lawyer bills. Like he's at the point where he's his own lawyer. Like when I know kind of skipping ahead, he calls them, and I'm like, he doesn't need a fucking lawyer. He's been arrested like 30 times.
We get the match we're all waiting for as well. Kurgan takes on Chains next.
The most overused person. The most overused person of the DOA, Chains. And he isn't even good.
No. Is this because Crush is gone, isn't he? Crush has disappeared at this point.
Yeah, he's all Chains now. He's 100% Chains.
Chains is the leader of this gang
now. I like to say that Kurgan was the original Omos, in which they just kept having to beat people, and he just doesn't really have much going for it. And it's just like, I feel like when we talk about the 30-year-old retro Raws of people complaining, Omos is going to be on there, and he's going to be their Kurgan. And it's like, here we go again with this.
I mean, to be fair to Omos, just that suplex on Commander Aziz this week.
Nice.
I mean, that's pretty good. That is some strength. He's got some strength, that boy. Yep. But Kurgan gives us a paralyzing claw, and that's the finish.
And drag Chains all the way up the ramp.
My career is over at that point.
You can't come back from that.
Yeah, he just grabbed me. I have no idea where he took me. I'm gone. I'm gone.
Just dragged backstage. Jesus Christ. It's an early precursors of Undertaker and his ministry, just taking people off to sacrifice them. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Or Heidenreich and Michael Cole.
God. I'm not sure what's darker. Really.
Read poetry in the dark. Of course that's more dark.
And then someone revving something behind you. That was graphic.
Oh God. Our next match is Jeff Jarrett with Tennessee Lee taking on Aguila.
S.A. Rios.
Is this S.A. Rios?
That's S.A. Rios.
I did not know that.
No, neither did I. That is news to me.
So
wow.
I looked at Aguilar and I was like, his tattoos remind me of S.A. Rios, and I had to look it up. It was like, oh shit, that's S.A. Rios at age 19, and I had to look it up and found out S.A. Rios is only 43 years old, which made me sick.
Shit, he could headline WrestleMania at that age. Perfect age.
I was like, what the hell? Him and Randy Orton are like 2 years apart. They get this stupid wrestling for like 500 years.
When does S.A. Rios debut then? When's that? 2000? No, it must be before, wouldn't it?
Around
Yeah,
2000.
it's a little bit. It's like 2000, 99, somewhere a little bit. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, Jarrett wins. Figure 4. Who cares? It's Jeff Jarrett.
He came out on a horse.
Yeah.
So last time I saw him, he was a part of the NWA. I guess that's done.
Yeah, that's gone. Yep.
Actually, no.
He's with
The
Colonel
NWA
Parker
still
now.
exists. NWA still exists with Bombastic Bob.
Oh yeah. Oh Christ!
The
Yeah, the
Midnight
new
yeah.
Royal Express or Midnight Express, whatever they're fucking called. Those guys. Yeah. Austin's being carted out of the dressing room in handcuffs as we cut backstage.
The Austin special.
Yeah.
I
Make
feel
as
like
much
the
fuss
police.
as possible.
I really wish the police said you had the right to remain silent because Vince has a lot more evidence on him. And he's like, I'll be back, Vince. I'll be back to kill you. I'll be back to kill you. And I'm like, dude, you need to shut the fuck up and find a lawyer.
You know what the thing is? Whenever Austin gets arrested, they never read him the whatever they do when they actually arrest you. So technically, it's all is fair game with Austin.
I'm assuming they read it in the locker room, his Miranda rights.
I don't think they ever do.
Yeah.
I do
I've
like.
seen that.
I do like the budget of never using a real police car. They just had some random car they rented and put a light in there. It was like, get in the back. It was like 5 cops that were in the car. They're all bunched in together. No seatbelts on. So
clown car of police officers. We get after the break, Vince is down in the ring and he's explaining to the crowd why he feels Austin needed to be arrested. He's in a 24-hour cool down period.
I just feel like that's not a good business. Yeah, I just feel like that's not a good business decision. Right? Yeah. Like I'm arresting my champion the day after. That's like the Super Bowl this year, and you know what? I've decided to. Yeah, who won the Super Bowl this year? Fuck. The Rams. I decided to arrest Aaron Donald or
just before
Matthew
kickoff.
Stafford. Yeah, or Matthew Stafford right after they won the Super Bowl. It's like Adele calling the cops. I don't like the way you acted at Disney World.
We cut back. We see Triple H in China. They seem quite low, but Hemsley says that WF, as we know it, comes to an X-rated end tonight. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah. We see that's the end of the Raw. Anyway, we enter the war zone now. The Rock and Farouk.
Yes.
Good lads.
Stuff is getting real. Yes.
Taking on Shamrock and Blackman. What a tag team. What a tag match this should be. It should be.
Yeah. No, Blackman and Shamrock, I was like, oh, this is a perfect tag team. I can't wait for this one. Oh. I didn't realize this was going down tonight. I've seen so many matches with The Rock and Shamrock when we're watching these old ones, and I feel like they've never actually had a match. I feel like they've never actually had a match. I feel like it's always some bullshit where the DOA or someone interferes or some big war, and this was no different. He jumped off the apron.
Yeah. So this is the end of Farouk as the leader of the nation. I mean, that happened months ago, but no one told Farouk, basically. This is where he goes for the pin. Goes for the tag, and Rock pulls his hand up and walks away. A proper heel.
And then gives the signal.
Yeah.
Is this the first time he does the eyebrow, or is this?
I can't do it properly. If I do it, my eyebrow stays like that for ages.
Yeah. If I do it, I'm gonna have to same issue. I just look like a weirdo. I'm gonna go buy something, and somebody's like, "Why are you handing me? Are you about to rob me?" No, I'm just trying to buy this candy bar. Please, why are you looking like that?
Why do you look surprised?
But is this the first eyebrow?
I think it's the first time they've referenced it.
Yeah. Look, it's now a thing that The Rock does, I think. So I'm pretty sure he's done it a few times before.
I think he's done it a few times, but I think it's the first time like JR's really referenced it.
Yeah, he was like, he signaled him with the eyebrow. That's a hell of a signal, by the way.
Yeah.
I just feel like it'd be hard to see from their view. It was really far away. Is he doing it?
You've got to be really focused on what he's doing.
He jumped the gun, guy.
He's just blinking. So yeah, Shamrock wins with a belly to belly, and then Farouk gets on the mic and calls The Rock out. The Rock comes out and they get face to face, and Farouk takes him down and shows that he's the dominant figure in this. Apart from The Rock's got all the backup of the rest of the Nation of Domination.
Yeah. Damn,
He gets
bastards.
beaten up. He gives Farouk a rock bottom and then declares himself the ruler of the Nation of Domination and tells Farouk to go back to Haiti, where he came from.
Damn, racist.
Haiti? Yeah, that's
Bit racist.
it's a black on black crime there. Come on, Rock.
Yeah, I can't believe this is happening like this. Although I want to say the most racist thing in the segment was when Jerry the King Lawler was saying the nation has everything that they need to be thanking that black man right there when they were talking about Steve Blackman. And I was like, what the fuck? He was like, the nation owe everything to black man, right?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Sorry.
yeah, wouldn't be the last racial show on this show.
Then we get the formation of the new DX Triple H trying to come down to discuss things, and here comes X-Pac out of nowhere.
X-Pac.
Yeah.
They didn't know what to call him at this current day.
Yeah, it's the one.
There he is.
The one. Is
the
it
kid.
6? No, it's Sean Waltman. Everyone get excited. Do you
like-
remember watching this as kids? Because I remember this vividly.
I remember it, but I was just like, each time I thought, it's just a 1, 2, 3 kid.
Yeah, it could have been Hall or Nash, but no, it's the other guy.
So
It's the 6th member.
Yeah, for me, it was the biggest, like, again, I remember watching this Raw and being like, I don't like this is the first time I was watching the wrestling show going like, I don't like the direction we're going in. I don't like the new belts. I don't like X-Pac. I'm not a fan of 6 or whatever he was going by the time. And he came out there and I was like, this guy's replacing Shawn Michaels? Only this guy? This is like bullshit group. We're dead. It's all dead. Everything that we've been building for, WCW's going to win now. Like, I remember all of these emotions going on.
Yeah. Thankfully, within the hour, we've got a bit more backup for Triple H and China.
Yeah, it's my first shoot interview, though.
Yes. This is like, hang on a minute. Yeah. He's probably shooting on Bischoff. Bischoff's head's gone up his ass, and
Hogan.
Hall and Nash would be there if they could be.
Mustard.
Hogan sucks. Yeah. And
Me and Ryan. Oh, go ahead.
Go on.
Me and Ryan, we were using Cut the Mustard after hearing this promo every single time. Oh man, we're playing video games. They'd be like, oh man, you can't cut the mustard. You can kiss my ass. And we were saying like X-Pac would say, oh, you kiss my ass, brother, and all that. And I was like, oh man, wrestling's a bad influence on us.
You say this? Did you say this? Were you saying this recently, or were you saying this back in '98?
This is back in '98. This is
I
back
thought
in
like
'98.
you did this recently
Ryan
after
was
rewatching
probably
this.
10. Ryan was probably what,
He's gonna bring it
10
back
or
there.
9 or 8? And I'm like, you can kiss my ass. You can't cut the mustard.
Bring it back.
Like, you
Bring
can't.
it back. Bring it back.
You need to get that on the show next week. One of the shows next week, Marcus. I'm setting you that challenge, all right?
Yeah, you can't cut the mustard. Bring it back. Run it back.
They finished the promo by Sean Waltman saying that he's going to rip some ass in the WWF, which, I mean, didn't he actually rip his ass at some point in the future?
Yeah,
Going
doing
for
a Bronco Buster.
Yeah, that is an unfortunate turn of phrase he uses there.
Oh, the irony. I'm going to rip some ass. My ass.
And we get a promo for Via. He's coming to. Oh, sorry, Val Venus is coming to Raw.
The other V.
The double V's.
Yeah, I like this proper VCR and all that sort of stuff. Watching his own porno videos. It's a bit weird.
Yeah. As a porn star, would you be slaying in bed watching your own porno videos?
Yeah, no,
Probably
that's a little bit odd,
masturbating
isn't
at this point with a camera watching.
God, I'm so good.
I'm so good. I just remember that laugh. It was just like I just remember like it was just haunting, and I was like, oh. And I didn't understand what he was until he was a porn star. And I was like,
Yeah.
porn? I think he makes dirty movies. Mom.
Can I have that spunk shirt that you released? The worst one ever. Until AJ Styles had one, didn't he, as well? Which looks very similar to that.
Does he? Oh,
Yeah.
I got to see the AJ one.
AJ Styles spunk shirt. Just
Oh, Ross,
Google
we're
that.
getting to the best moment of the night.
The Yakuza are here, are they? The Yakuza?
Funaki!
Hmm.
3 Japanese fellas turn up, and Jerry couldn't be more delighted, could he?
No, right?
I've never seen a man bite his tongue so hard.
Didn't stop JR for like, oh, look at those Orientals in there. And I'm like, Jesus, JR.
He's just as bad, isn't he? But he gets away with it because Jerry's so much worse.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I got so much material.
Brings out like a yellow pages of jokes you could have. Oh wait, I just did that.
Yeah, also can be racist. Also can be racist.
Yeah. We get Tucker versus Mark Marrow with Sable, obviously. A light heavyweight up against the heavyweight seems fair. But Luna comes out and wants an evening gown match against that slut Sable in your house.
Ignorance.
I'm still confused about the logic of what Luna Vachon's strategy is here, in which Sable gets half naked, which she does on a daily basis. That's your punishment.
That'll show her.
Yeah, I'll show you. Again, always whenever I see Luna Vachon in the wrong era of wrestling, if she was in a modern day, she would kill it. Yeah. Just a great personality and a scary woman.
Yeah. Imagine if she was a trainer at the PC, the women that we get coming through with her coaching would be amazing.
Yeah.
Next up, we get the match we've all waited for, the NWA Tag Team title match between the Headbangers, the champions, and the new Midnight Express of Bombastic Bob and Bodacious Bart. Is that it? Yeah.
Bodacious Bart.
And they win the belts.
I couldn't stop laughing at why I didn't know the titles were on the line to the match ended. Cornette was yelling so loud on there, and it's just like, this is the same shit that I got last time I watched the retro. Where he's like, goddamn, everybody go to the NWA. Goddamn, this. You got to bring it to wrestling.
Yeah. Think how hot the crowd were at the start of this show. They are deathly silent.
Yes, but a real man came out, Ross.
A real man did come out.
Dan
real
the
mustache.
Beast Severin, a real man came out.
A legitimately incredibly dangerous man, but with maybe the least charisma anyone has ever shown in WWE.
You've got to be a extremely tough man to come out with a mustache like that.
And just a plain grey t-shirt.
What? He looked like an old video game too, because he looked like a straight up box in that suit. He was just standing there like a straight up broad shoulders and everything. And then he went to work, and I was like, "Oh yeah, don't fuck with him."
He will throw you. He will throw you very far.
Yeah, beats up the Headbangers with ease from suplexes. Yeah. Stone Cold uses his one phone call because he's definitely in prison, guys. He's definitely in jail to call JR instead of his lawyer. So, I mean. Fair enough.
This is very ballsy. This is very ballsy for him.
Yeah.
He's obviously been to prison a lot that he doesn't need to call his lawyer. His lawyer probably knows. His lawyer's probably watched the show like, oh, he's gone to prison again. Let me go.
Here we go.
And then he's like, let me call JR. Let me call JR and just tell him I'm good.
JR needs to know I'm okay here. Yeah, I'm actually at home. But I feel like every time I do a Raw's retro, there's always someone making a phone call.
Yeah.
The announce table. Last time it was Michael Cole from Iraq. This is Steve Austin from Attica or whatever the hell prison he was in.
We get Paul Bearer comes out next to just, kill some time while I set up the cage, basically, and to set up the Inferno match at Unforgiven. Kane versus Undertaker. I hate it. It's awful every time.
Yeah.
You're forgetting the Raw where Kane does magic.
As I said last time, I love Kane magic. I love Undertaker magic. Any wrestler with magic, I'm all for.
Ross, this magic was so slow.
I know, but it still looks. I'm still into it. I love it.
It was like this.
Abracadabra! Do the magic if I can.
JR's fuming at the idea of an Inferno match. He's not happy about that at all.
This inspired Harry Potter with their magic on it.
Harry Potter's magic was more convincing than this.
This inspired the Harry Potter magic.
Have we had a wizard character yet in WWE? We're not, have we? Maybe at some point.
No, I guess Alexa Bliss is technically a wizard of some kind.
Yeah, true. I was showing my daughter the Alexa Bliss stuff from last year with old the Fiend, like shooting fireballs at Randy and that sort of stuff. She's into it as well.
Yeah.
Wait, how old's your daughter?
8 next month.
So you showed her shooting fireballs at a man.
And I showed her that, and then I showed her Hulk Hogan's and Elmer Warriors, and she laughed at that. So I felt like I'm parenting right.
Anything you can do, I can do better kind of video. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Fireball. Ah! All right, now watch a men do it with Hogan and Warrior. Oh, this didn't work.
You need to show her the one when Triple H is dressed up as Gold Dust.
I haven't seen her showing that one, actually. No, I've missed that one. I'll get that on there as well.
When Scarlett blows him up. Ah!
Yeah, and everything that happens afterwards as well.
That was the end of Keith's career at that moment. Like that before his eyes. It was like, no, you can't think now.
Our final match of the night is a cage match for the tag team championships between Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie versus the New Age Outlaws. The belts that Cactus and Cactus and Charlie, won the night before WrestleMania.
They got
Road Dogg comes out wearing a job squad skirt, which I didn't think was a thing yet, was it?
No, I didn't think it was. Al Snow wasn't in WWE around
this was well ahead of his time or something. I was going like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like it
He's a
tripped me
time
out.
traveler.
Unless that existed somewhere, I missed it, but it was nice.
Yeah, this is a good match. I remember this match. It's a really, really good match for the time. It only went 4 minutes, but it was proper, like, hard-hitting stuff. Spike pile drivers onto chairs and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it was dramatic. Very dramatic.
I got flashbacks from something that actually happened this week. We are recording this on the 19th of March. But do you know, so the Everton game earlier in the week where some stupid fan protesting I don't know what, cable tied himself to the post.
Really thick cable tie that couldn't be cut with bolt cutters. What the fuck was it
and
made
then, of? And then we get Chainsaw Charlie being hanged on the cage.
I was going to do this show just like Chainsaw Charlie and handcuff my throat to the wall here, and then whenever somebody come around, I'm going to try to get. Landed one of those hits. He landed one of them.
It's during this match that we get the formation of the proper DX. They come down to the ringside. Sean Mortman gets involved, hitting Cactus with chairs, and Pedigree to who was it? Both of them at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the spike pile driver on the chair.
Yeah. So that's it. The Outlaws are now officially part of DX, even though they've really been part of DX for since we've been doing this podcast.
yeah, they just show up
basically.
as like FC. Sean give them advice. Now they're together.
Yeah, but that was needed advice. You just almost murdered 2 individuals, and then they need consoling. Because this ain't the end of your career, guys. You may have nearly murdered someone, but you're going to be okay.
It happens to everybody in their career. Everybody almost kills somebody eventually. It was, the main event I thought was the best match of the show, but it wasn't much on the show.
No. Does it feel like a new era has like kicked off?
Yeah.
Because of the
you had a lot of formation of stuff. You got the new reformation of DX.
Yeah. The New Nation as well.
New Nation, essentially. Kai and Tai.
Kai and Tai here, yeah. Val Venus is about to show up.
Val Venus. They're introducing Inferno matches and bra and panty matches, or not evening gown, or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And the new title.
The tone has shifted, isn't it? Definitely.
It was like, oh, this is completely new era. It did feel like the Raw after Mania. Like, this is the complete... Like, they were waiting to get to this moment. Like, all right, now let's throw in Dan Severn.
We said this last week, man, didn't we? It feels like they're just waiting to get to Mania so they can kind of kick off stuff.
I think it was like, let's refresh and let's
get Sean out of it with his bad attitude.
Because because this doesn't. Do you know how we always talk about the Raw after Mania? I don't feel like it's that at this point yet.
No,
because like it isn't as international as the Raw after Mania is these days.
Yeah, it's definitely not what it is now.
Yeah. Where it's more elevated, and that's where you bring in all these new people, and it's like, whoa! Yeah. This was like, it's down to be Severin.
They were bringing him. Yeah. Oh, Xbox back. Like, it was just honest. But it did still, like, the crowd had that vibe of this is a new era. Like, oh, we're so pumped about this. And it was like,
shit. Stuff is happening. Stuff is changing. It is a new era. Match of the night then, Marcus. You've already said the main event.
I said the cage. Yeah, the cage.
Yeah. Manny?
Bombastic Bob and Bodacious Bart becoming the new NWA World Heavyweight Champions. Not because of that. Because that was the formation of seeing the man, Dan the Beast Severin, just throw the headbangers around.
True, yeah.
The original Beast. Not the Beast incarnate. The original Beast. Dan the Beast.
This is the Gunther template. This is what it is. It's a Gunther template.
I like that they had to throw the Beast in there to not confuse him with the other Dan Severn. I don't know who that is, but they were like, we don't want to confuse him with average Dan Severn. We want to make sure we know this is Dan the Beast Severn. Now, he's not to be fucked with. The other ones,
the other one works in Walmart. The other one works in Walmart.
He works in Walmart, and he's on his way out because he can't show up on time.
Yeah, but he has copyrighted his name. Most importantly, he owns that copyright. Match Ross, MVP for the show.
What was your match, Ross?
Probably the Rock and Farouk against the old.
I would have thought you would have went New Age Outlaws because Billy Gunn's your boy.
See a Fameasser. I did see a Fameasser. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really enjoying the Rock's work at the minute. I love him as a.
Oh, he's so good. You know, I didn't talk much on
unsafe chair shots.
Yeah, that's a downside. He is incredibly dangerous with the chair in his hand.
But King Shamrock doesn't help the matter by not defending himself, like putting his hands up. He just takes it, like, give it to me in the face.
Dumb face.
Yeah. Cameron's in the back. I gotta show him I'm really more of a fan than he ever would be. All right, he wouldn't take a chair shot to the face.
Shit, we're getting Lions Den matches soon.
Yes. It's a new era. Lions Den match. MVP of the show, Manny.
Dan the Beast Severn.
Wait, it's not Bombastic Clark? Or
no. Marcus,
Bodacious Bob.
It's the man. The man, a real man has arrived. None of these boys that we're dealing with on the current Raw roster.
They don't mention in kayfabe that Bodacious Bart is here. He's the new NWA Tag Team Champion, whilst his brother is just now joined DX and he's a tag champion as well.
Because no one cares about the smoking guns.
It's a shame. It's a real shame. Marcus, your MVP for the show?
My MVP, I think it's just Vince and just him being the frustrated businessman as he walks around and he's dealing with his employee who said he had never worked with you, he had never played ball with you, you're a piece of shit, and that's what he thinks. And then he hit him, and you see Vince in the back, and he's contemplating calling the police. And then he's waiting for the police to show up, walking back and forth like some angry neighbor. Like, I can't wait till the police show up to get this guy.
Yeah, he's out of shut that damn radio off at some point.
Can't believe he hit me. And then going out to explain to the people, yes, I had your favorite wrestler arrested tonight, and I robbed you from seeing him for the rest of the night. Too bad he's out of control.
I'm going to go for Austin. I mean, I love the opening segment and the fact that he just calls JR with his one phone call. Just to wind up Vince a bit more. I love that.
Also, I feel like the what chat was invented in this one because I was waiting for him when he was talking to Vince. I felt like he was going. The crowd wanted to say what. It was there.
Yeah.
And then he says what. He's like, "What? You want me to be a model champion?" And I go, "Holy shit! This is nothing. This means nothing."
It didn't click. It didn't catch on for another 20 or 15 years, probably.
Like 15 years later, and we're still chanting "what," and it's not because of this.
Yeah, God, WrestleMania is going to be awful, isn't it? The KO show is just going to be full of what chants from 100,000,000 people.
Which we'll be doing a live stream tomorrow and the day after. So watch along with us for WrestleMania 38.
Yeah, it's the same age as me, WrestleMania. Yeah. Is it better that it's over 2 nights, or would you rather do a 9-hour-long live stream?
No, 2 nights. 2 nights. I will die.
I want to go back to 1 night, 3 hours.
Yeah,
that's it. If you're not good enough to make the show, you don't make the show. Not everybody gets the trophy. Not everybody gets a participation award.
WrestleMania 14 and 8 matches.
Yeah,
3 hours done.
And there's part of me that also wants it in smaller arenas. I hate the big. I don't know if I'm a fan of the big arenas. It takes away from the loudness of that crowd.
Yeah.
That crowd's intense.
Yeah.
But you don't hear nothing because it's so large.
Yeah, you lose a lot of it, I suppose. Yeah, it just drifts out. Anyway, that is the end of this week's show. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube at The Sharpshooters. You're following us at Sharpies Network on Twitter or The Sharpshooters if you want to follow Ryan. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're everywhere. Just follow The Sharpshooters. You can find us all over the place. We're creeping towards 200, 187 now. So just keep hitting that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Share us with everyone. Tell everyone about us. There's so much work. These 2 boys put in a lot of work throughout the week. I just rock up every now and then, do some retro Raws, but the real work's putting up with these 2. So well done, gents. You've it's been a good year. I think it's growing quite nicely.
Good year, Ross. It's March. I mean, it's April now, but
it's starting the year.
Yeah. Just take the year. It's been a good year. It's a good year. It's a good quarter. I feel like we should celebrate, like if the NBA team. Oh yeah, we got them. We're up 20 in the first quarter. We did it. We won. Good game. Good game. End up losing. Or like England in what game where they were up by whatever and then they lost at the
they
end.
lost.
In the
Yeah.
Euros, right?
Which one of us is going to be the LeBron? It's going to start throwing the toys out the pram, though. Losing my 20 every week.
Me.
Every night.
Be me.
You.
Well, between me and you, Ross, I'm the one that's going to overreact. It's a toss-up between me and Marcus on the Untitled Manny and Ross, depending on who's more angry on the day.
Right, that is it for this week's Raw. Make sure you follow us on all the channels, like I just said, and we'll be back next week with another episode of Raw is Retro. Bye.
Bye.